It's me, Ken Saralde, and I'm going to teach you about the light and its properties. I'm gonna share ideas and informations and facts about lights. So let's start. So the first one is first property of light is that we all know that light travels in a straight line, and for one example is the laser. We all know that laser travels in a straight line, um, and any different kinds of light. But one example is the laser, and then the other one is the flashlight. Uh, Still straight though. Um, it is cone shape. So, for example, when we turn on a flashlight, it's not really that straight, but there's a pattern, or they follow a particular line. So the first one is that light travels in straight lines. So the next one is that we all know that light travels very fast. So the speed of light is wait, wait. So here it is. The speed of light is 300,000 kilometers per second. Um, and At this speed, 300,000 kilometers per second, it can travel the world for 8 times in 1 second. So imagine how fast is the light. It can travel the world 8 times around in 1 second. So that's the second property of light. The speed of light is again 300,000 kilometers per second. Take note. And then the next one is because of the speed of light, it's very fast. Light travels faster, much faster than sound. So, for example, it's the thunder and lightning. Thunder and lightning. Thunder and lightning. We all know that, for example, when we ever experience some heavy rains, we used to see the light first before the sound. Well, there's a bit, it's a little bit late, split seconds, I guess. Um, but as you can notice, whenever you see a thunder or a lightning, the the light will come first before the, well, they go at the same time, light and sound, but when you're far away, you can see the light first before you can hear the sound. Well, it's just split seconds, you know. And then the second one is the pistol, the gun. um, as you can see or notice that the light out of the light will go first out of the nozzle of the gun before the bang sound. Same with the thunder and lightning. So those are just examples of um, evidence or facts that light travels much faster than sound. So the next one is we see things because they reflect into our eyes. For example, there's a sun here, and then there's for example, let's say a cup, and then our eyes. As you can see, because of the light shining down on this cup, we can see it because of maybe the light. The light let us see the cup. Because, for example, there's no light. Do you think there's any possibility that we can see the cup? So, with the use of light, for example, the source of light is the sun. Because of the sun, the light of the sun, we can see the cup or any other object. Just for example, the lamp beside me, you can see me because of the lamp. So the light of the lamp reflects upon me, so you can see me. So that's the one properties of light. So we see things because they reflect light into our eyes. So the next one is this one. It's a little bit interesting about the luminous and non-luminous object. So let's see. Let's take a look. The luminous and the non-luminous. So it is the luminous and the non-luminous. So what's the difference between these two things or object? So the first one, luminous, a luminous object or objects are the one that produces light. One example is the first example is the sun, as we all know that the sun is the source of all energy and source of light. The next one is fire. Fire is can be a source of light also. So how about the non-luminous? Non-luminous objects are the one that reflects light. Take note, luminous are the one that produces light, and the non-luminous are the reflectors of light. So one example of reflectors of light, or the best example, is the mirror. We all know that the mirror can reflect light and any other objects besides light. And then the mirror is the best reflector of light. The next one is the water. The water can reflect light also, but not as clear as the mirror. So these are the examples of luminous object and non-luminous objects. So again, take note that luminous objects are the producers of light, while the non-luminous objects are the reflectors of light. So next one is shadows. So what causes the shadows? What is the shadow? Well, shadows are places where light is blocked. Well, yes. I'm gonna explain it to you. Well, black or darkness really doesn't exist. It is just the absence of light. As well as the temperature, there is no coldness. It's just the absence of heat. So shadows exist, or we can see shadows when something blocks the light. For example, there is a sun here, which is the source of light, and then there's a tree here, tree object, and then of course the tree is an opaque object, so it absorbs the light, it blocks the light. So we can see a shadow of the tree here. There's a shadow at the back. It's a shadow. There's the shadow, and here's the source of light, the sun. So when the sun shines down on the tree absorbs the light and blocks the light. So therefore we can see a shadow behind it, which is blocked by the tree, an opaque object. The light of the sun cannot pass through the tree. So we can see the shadow, as the black part of the shadow is called umbra. And then that's all. Again, shadows are places As you all know, shadows are places where light is blocked. So let's go on the summary. The properties of light. So first we need to remember that light travels in straight lines. Again, it's a fact. So others will ask a question. How about the flashlight? It doesn't even travel in a straight line. Well, what I mean is, and what the other people mean is that, as you can see, when you turn on the flashlight, it goes on a straight line. Well, it's just cone shape, but still goes on a straight line. Unlike, it doesn't bend. I mean, that's what I mean. When you turn on the flashlight, it doesn't bend. Even when you point on a long alley or a long hallway, it doesn't bend. Well, if it does bend, it is not light, I guess. It's some super phenomenon thing. And then the next thing that we need to remember is that light travels much faster than sound. So a while ago, I gave some examples like thunder and lightning and pistol. Uh, so before on the thunder and lightning example, the light goes first before the sound that the thunder makes, and then on the pistol part, the spark on the nozzle goes first before the bang sound. And then the third one that we need to remember is that we see things because they reflect light into our eyes. So sun is the good example, the one that I gave a while ago. So the fourth one, or the last one I must say, is that shadows are formed when light is blocked by an object. That's the last thing I explained about. So shadows, there are two parts of shadows. Again, so I can mention, is the umbra and the penumbra. So we need to take note of that. So it's already 12:51 a.m. here in Jeddah. That's all. Thank you. I guess I need to sleep. Bye bye.